Hey, it's Kim at Geranium Lake Flowers, and welcome to our channel. I know, I'm so excited, where it's everything flowers and creative fun projects. And please, please, please subscribe. Click that alert bell if that little ding goes off. It's so awesome. And then, as always, thanks to Bill Duran and Company for these beautiful flowers. And how is everyone? How is Flowerland? How did you do at Valentine's Day? We made a great video that we'll link below on 5 easy steps to make your flowers last. But in today's video, we are going to do a simple flower tutorial. So we are starting with this 6x6x6 cylinder. Pretty simple. You can use a cube. If it's something taller, that's okay too. And the catch here, you guys, is clean, warm water. I know, warm. Flowers like it warm because that opens up their follicles or whatever it is, and they drink. And we want them to drink because then they stay fresh. You're gonna add like 1 drip of bleach. And like I did in my other video, you can stir with a rose. I know, so fun. And then if you're doing grocery store flowers or big box retailer flowers or florists, usually they give you a little packet of food. And this is a combination of citric acid, sugar, and bleach, even though I doubled up on the bleach, but I like my water to be clear. So that's the first step. The second step is to get your greenery, and I picked out some cool things today. And one big thing is to make sure the greenery is not in the water. So you're going to go ahead and strip it, and I just use my hands. Sometimes you need to use clippers, you know, and clip that stuff. And then you're going to go ahead and lay your greenery in first, right? This is going to be an expansive, beautiful, sweeping centerpiece. And this is ruscus, which it lasts forever, Italian ruscus. This is some cypress cedar. And then this little thing is called Nagy, spelled N-A-G-I. So I'm going to do kind of a combination of 3 different greens. And I tell my staff and my friends, ooh, I didn't take off enough greenery, to really work on your greenery as a centerpiece first, right? So make sure you have some variety, that they're going at different angles, and it really looks good on its own. So you can see I'm stripping this off. If you need a towel, you can take a towel like this and strip it off a little bit better. Or you'll have man hands like me, and you've done one-man hands. I know. I just have kind of different shapes and different angles, and it looks big, right? So next up, the third step is to add your focal flowers. Today we have green and white hydrangea. Looks so pretty, right? Hydrangea is a little fussy, so I am going to use this quick dip. And quick dip is mostly citric acid, and we put it in a little vase, and you can get it at the big box craft store like a Michael's, or you can get it from us or any florist. And again, we're going to pull off the greenery. This is green hydrangea, and you're going to give it a 45-degree angle cut. I didn't actually mention that. So everything has to have a clean cut. Then you're going to dip and then put in the water. I'm going to cut again at a 45 and put it over on this side. So the quick dip, back to that, it is citric acid, so it gives it a little boost, and it also makes sure that kills the bacteria in the water and the stem. So again, I'm going to dip. So flowers that are super dry, like that have been in a box or something like that, if you order flowers through a subscription, sometimes they need to drink, and they love a good dip. So you can kind of see I'm talking, I'm not thinking. Looks good. Next up is I have these beautiful tulips. You don't really have to dip tulips, but I do like to take off some of the leaves just because they grow in the vase. And I'm going to go ahead and just place them around. These are local tulips from our community in Hillsboro, actually. And again, I'm just stripping. I'm pinching these. I'm not even using my clippers. And tulips are funny. They like to grow. And So they will change shape and they will get really big. So I typically like to make them a little bit shorter. Be sure and watch our tulip video. It is so cool, different ways. I think it's 3 or 4 different ways to make tulips in creative different ways, and you'll be the star. So you can see that the deep purple and green and white looks so crisp. We have one left, and you can kind of see that I'm kind of going around the vase. Next up, we have some little button palms, and these are just so cute. I usually cut these kind of short, and I just nestle them in because they're just like, hello. They're so cute. And I also take most of the foliage off because the foliage dies first. And I'm just kind of shoving them around, and you can kind of see when I distribute my flowers. I kind of put them in groupings with these little button palms. I'm doing kind of just 3, so 1, 2, 3. And the biggest issue, you guys, is don't think too much. Just slam and jam. Okay, my next flower are purple anemones. And I'll insert a photo in there so you can see what they look like when they're open, but they have a really pretty black center. Sometimes they call it an eye. So these are a little bit more organic and have this beautiful twisty shape. So you can make these a little bit taller, even though, you know, this might be for a dining room table or, you know, a hot date. This won't really block the view. Okay, what's left? So this is green hypericum. I always like to have a little bit of texture. So these little green berries are amazeballs and so cool. So again, the foliage doesn't last very long, but it just adds a little bit of texture. I have a little bit of pussy willow, so I'm just gonna stick those in. And I wanna make sure that I stick those kind of following the lines of this greenery. It looks so good. Oh, I forgot the roses. So these are called super green. I know, like super green. And they are like little mini iceberg lettuces, right? They are so green, but they're pretty hard too. So to figure out if a rose is fresh or not, you are gonna kind of press with your fingers right there. If it's nice and firm, it means it's gonna hold, right? So I am going to dip the roses, and you notice the only thing I really dipped in this arrangement so far was the hydrangea. So hydrangea and roses I dip all the time. Tulips, palms, you know, berries, greens, we don't dip. And then, I don't know, I think I'm just gonna add 3. Got one lone little anemone, but it would make it 4, and I like things in uneven numbers, so yeah, what do you think? I think you guys can do it and send me, direct message me your designs. I'd love to see it. Oh, one last thing. Sometimes I do a little lift at the very end because, you know, everybody needs a little lift, and sometimes the flowers get compressed. So if you lift it up, it looks beautiful. So that's it, my dears. So thank you so much. I love you. Be sure and subscribe, watch everything, and I will see you in the next video.